Why is it that certain pharmacies, even pharmacies that want to dispense it, they're not able to even get it? What is the problem?
Oh, they can get it. They suck. That's why they want to control what you do. Many of the brand name retail pharmacies, and there's no reason to name them, so we won't, but you know what they are.
Yeah.
The typical pharmacy that is a nationwide brands, they don't want to dispense ivermectin for the treatment of COVID because they say they don't think it works. There's no studies that show that it works, et cetera, et cetera. That's incorrect, of course, but that's the directive that they've gotten from their national, chains, and unfortunately, early on in the pandemic, from the government as well. Now, why would they do such a thing? Money. There's no money in ivermectin. It's not a patented drug. You can get it cheap. It's easy to make. And instead, they want to push the expensive drugs. There's a repurposed HIV medication that Pfizer came out with called Paxlovid or Paxlovid.
I've seen the ads.
They're all over TV. And so they want to push that drug. Never mind that Pfizer made a vaccine that is neither safe nor effective, doesn't stop the illness and doesn't stop the transmission of the illness. Then they have the gall to come out with and use a repurposed medication, and then they say that stuff works. I don't prescribe Paxlovid because there are much more effective ways to treat it. Plus, when people take Paxlovid, not uncommonly, they have a rebound phenomenon. So the illness gets better temporarily, they stop the drug, and it comes on super strong and even worse than it was. So I don't know. It's, people call it conspiracy theory and this, that, and the other. But the reality is this was government-led. This was pharmaceutical company-led, where they suppressed the use of repurposed medications, in part because the emergency use authorization of the vaccine requires two things. There has to be an emergency. There is none, especially now, and especially as it relates to our children. And there has to be no other confirmed mechanism to treat the illness. Those two requirements are necessary for a drug, a vaccine, a biologic to be used under emergency use authorization.
Wow.
So here we are.